case anyone somehow has been on another planet for the last couple of days, the race will start at 7 a.m. this morning. Good night. Once your bodies are marked, then you can proceed directly to the pier itself. Needless to say, you'll be able to check your bikes, make those last-minute adjustments, put your water bottles in, plug your tires up, and ready to go.
The 13th Ironman triathlon is underway. The Ironman, quite possibly the toughest, most demanding single-day sporting event anywhere in the world. Consider what's ahead. 2.4 miles of swimming, 112 miles of riding the bike, and finally 26.2 miles of running, a full marathon. Now, when the Ironman was first held back in 1978, it was a struggle just to survive and to finish. But today, despite the brutal distances involved, the Ironman is very much a race.
The early Ironman events were held on Oahu, and they sent competitors splashing off into the unknown, wondering if they could finish, and wondering, too, what they might find as they explored the frontiers of human endurance. Some even feared the event could be dangerous, and for several years, the athletes were checked for weight loss along the way. In 1981, the Ironman was moved to its present location on the Big Island of Hawaii, and the searing heat of the lava fields along the Kona coast made the race tougher still. One man, Dave Scott, emerged as the best. He seemed impervious to the heat, and his style was to dictate the pace. He won the Ironman the first time he raced it, and 5 more times after that. He has structured his life and the way he perceives himself around his domination of the Ironman.
I'm the guy they want to beat. I look at this event as, really as war with myself. I mean, I feel as though once I'm out there, there's no other race that draws out my physical talents as this one does.
No one knows better about Scott's talents than Mark Allen, who has twice managed to lead him near the end of the race, only to wind up like this. Allen has won virtually every major triathlon in the world except the Ironman. This was last year. Scott was sidelined due to injury, and Allen was the prohibitive favorite until 2 flats dropped him from contention.
My main goal, one, is to try and win, but in doing that, I want to be able to race the entire race, feel like I am in control of what's going on inside of my body. I don't want to have the course defeat me, and that's what I feel like has happened in the past. It's not so much Dave Scott has defeated me or Scott Tinley or whoever's come in ahead of me. It's always been the course, the elements, the wind, the humidity, and the distance under that sun for 8.5 hours. This year, that's what I would like to defeat.
1,286 men and women from 46 countries churning through the waters of Kailua Bay. Energy to burn for now, but it will ebb slowly away as this long day wears on. Scott and Allen are near the front. Yes, back into the sea. A reminder that the Hawaii of the Ironman is not, for the most part, the lush paradise of the travel posters. In fact, the harshness of the Kona coast reflects the essential reality of the Ironman, an event in which human beings push themselves and each other right to the edge. The wearing down process begins immediately with the swimmers at close quarters to one another's thrashing feet and arms. The leaders here, swimming specialists who, in other years anyway, have faded later in the race. Swimming comprises only 10% of the total time of the race, but it is tactically important. For the favorites, whom we see in this pursuit pack, it is the first look at each other's race strategy. Dave Scott here, he's a former swimming coach, has Mark Allen right at his feet. Allen shadowing Scott, as he has in the past, conserving energy by swimming in Scott's wake. Further back among the leading men come the first of the women. Among them, last year's winner, Paula Newby-Fraser, with the orange cap. Quite possibly, there is no athlete in this race more suited to the rigors of the Ironman than Paula Newby-Fraser. In her rookie year 4 years ago, essentially untrained and with no expectations, she finished third, a natural endurance athlete, both in her physical makeup and in terms of temperament. She won the race on her second try, and last year, with her training by now focused on the Ironman, she won again and finished a startling 11th overall with a time that would have beaten the men's record as recently as 1984. She was born 27 years ago in Zimbabwe, in the southern part of Africa, and today she retains her citizenship there and the feeling that her roots are there. This is where she lived, the city of Harare, formerly Salisbury, Rhodesia, today the capital of Zimbabwe. From childhood, Paula was involved in competitive situations in swimming, ballet, karate, and after college, when a friend urged her to enter a triathlon, she won it, which led to the Ironman, which led to a move to San Diego, which led to a life committed to triathlon, where her excellence makes her a rival for even the top male athletes.
I think one of the most common things that has happened now is a lot of the male competitors sort of look to me and go, "You're not going to beat me." You know what I mean? It's kind of stirred up a lot of the men more than anything else, I think.
Do you enjoy stirring them up a little bit like that?
No, I don't like to stir them up. In fact, whenever they say, "You better not pass me," I go, "Don't worry, I'm not going to." Meantime, in the back of my mind, I'm going, "Yeah, I'm coming to get you."
Paula riding with her boyfriend Paul Huddle, also a top triathlete. Typically, she trains alone and with great intensity, a regimen that led to last year's Ironman win, possibly the finest performance ever by a female endurance athlete.
It was just one of those days that probably maybe only happens once in a lifetime, and you know, I have to be in the, myself or anybody else for that matter, has to be in the right physical state and the right mental state to achieve that. And I don't know if it'll come again, but I think it can be done.
More than 1,200 bikes massed on the pier in the foreground, waiting for their riders to emerge from the water. And here they come, the leaders of the swim in a sprint. Wolfgang Dietrich of West Germany on the right, American Rob Mackel on the left, racing for the $1,500 bonus awarded to the winner of each segment. Dietrich out first, followed by Mackel as they head to the shower area where they can rinse off the salt before they change for the bike segment. But they run right through the showers. There are no timeouts in the Ironman. These transitions are very much part of the race. They pick up the bags which contain their biking clothes and run on into the changing area. Bill Penn, third. Remember, if history is any guide, many of these top swimmers are specialists who are not expected to do as well in the biking and running. Wolfgang Dietrich heads for his bike. One of the volunteers holds it ready for him. Dietrich's time for the 2.4-mile swim, 48 minutes, 13.9 seconds.